Shuichi woke up at 3 in the morning to the curious sensation of something very warm and wet against his leg. He knew it was 3, because the alarm clock by his bed glowed bright in the dark, and it took him a shamefully long time to wake up enough to realize what had happened. It wasn't until Kakashi made a little sound in his sleep and shifted slightly against his side that it really hit him. Shuichi reached one hand under the blankets and felt around. Sure enough, there was a warm wetness seeping into his pajamas and the sheets. That couldn't be good for the mattress, he thought idly. Further exploration proved that Kakachi's pajamas were soaked, and well, there was simply no doubt that the other boy had wet the bed. Shuichi's bed. On their very first night sharing a bed together. Carefully taking back his hand, he pondered his next course of action. Did he wake Kakashi up? Did he wait until morning? Eventually the pee was going to get cold and uncomfortable, and what if Kakashi still had to pee more? He drank a lot of penta right before bed. Would he wet the bed even more if Shuichi didn't wake him? Was this a problem he usually had or just a fluke? So many questions. NNGH, saihara? His decision was made for him as Kakashi sleepily cracked open his eyes. With a sigh, Shuichi leaned over and turned on the lamp. Kakashi flinched at the sudden light filling the dark room, but after a few moments, his expression changed. First was confusion, and then, utter terror that Shuichi had never seen on Kakashi's face. Saihara, you wet the bed. It was almost comical how the same boy who pretended as if he was some terrible criminal mastermind who had no shame now looked absolutely mortified. Considering the two of them had only just broken past all of their barriers and tentatively started a relationship, doing something so embarrassing must have really affected him. Shuichi wished he knew exactly what Kakashi was thinking, if only to know how to best comfort him. I never. Kakashi sat up and threw back the blankets, revealing the puddle around him that had seeped into Shuichi's side. Kakashi's face was heavily flushed as he took in the damage. Shuichi was almost impressed by how big a bladder such a small person like Kakashi must have. Saihara, I swear, I haven't wet the bed since I was a little kid. It wasn't even a thing I did a lot. I don't know why. It was then that Shuichi noticed two things. 1. Kakashi's eyes looked awfully wet. Whenever he cried his crocodile tears, there was no buildup, so these looked real. And 2, he was subtly fidgeting. Maybe it was because he was nervous, but there was that other possibility too. Ouma, I believe you, and I'm not mad, really. But now I need you to be honest with me. Kakashi wouldn't meet his eyes as he nodded. Do you still need to pee? Huh? Shuichi gently grabbed Kakashi's chin and locked their gazes. Kakashi's breath went shallow. Shuichi licked his lips. Yeah, I do. Isn't it pathetic, Saihara? I finally let you in, and you let me into your bed just for me to piss in it, and I still have to go. I'm the worst. You aren't, he insisted, cupping his hand against Kakashi's cheek and feeling the flushed skin beneath his hand. It was an accident. And I told you I'm not mad. I care about you, Ouma, and this doesn't change that. But, Ouma, if you still need to go, you should just finish right here. Whatever Kakashi had been about to say, it died as the words spilled from Shuichi's lips. He wasn't sure he'd ever seen Kakashi so flustered in his life. What? Saihara, you want me to? Shuichi nodded, his eyes glancing down to Kakashi's crotch.